Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. I'm GC Smith, and welcome to the first day of the spoiler season for Battle for Zendikar. Today's spoilers are really exciting, so we're going to get straight to it by looking at Lumbering Fools. Oh man, this card's so exciting because it confirms the presence of the Manland cycle from Battle for Zendikar. Yep, that's right, enemy Manlands are coming in Battle for Zendikar, and this one is a doozy. Lumbering Fools enters the battlefield tapped, and you can tap it to add green or blue to your mana pool. But obviously, since this is a manland, the most exciting part is, well, the man that it comes with. So for 2 green-blue, Lumbering Fools becomes a 3/3 green and blue elemental creature with hexproof until end of turn. It is still a land. And man, this card is so exciting. It just looks really cool, and I absolutely love the fact that it's a 3/3 creature with hexproof. The front end and the body are pretty good on this, and it just has hexproof, which is one of the best special key rules we were expecting a manland to ever have. This makes it immune to virtually all removal in the format, apart from anything that specifically destroys a land, and even then it can only destroy it on their turn. Normally, this card is really good. It avoids all sorcery speed removal and all targeted instant removal. This card is insane. It's going to be amazing. This card will see play definitely in the format, and might actually force control decks to go towards blue-green rather than blue-black. So you're more likely to see cards, decks like Bant than Esper, for example, as a possibility. Not to say that it won't get rid of it will get rid of the Esper decks, considering that they're going to get the black-white land, so we'll have to see what that does first. But having access to powerful manlands in your deck is always very good. Next up we have Bring to Light. 3 blue-green for a sorcery with Converge. Search your library for a creature, instant, or sorcery card with converted mana cost less than or equal to the number of colours and mana spent to cast Bring to Light. Exile that card and then shuffle your library. You may cast that card without paying its mana cost. I really like this card. I'm not sure how constructed playable it will be. It could be very constructed playable simply because it has that creature text on it. We obviously had a very similar card, or the Firemind's Insight, though I think that was a lot more than this. That might have been 7 mana for 3 different cards that all went to your hand, and you obviously had to pay the mana to cast them, so that made it very expensive. This also, making the card free, might make it a bit more playable. Still a very exciting card if it's not seen in playing standard, because man, EDH is going to love this card. In 3 color decks, this gets really good. In 5 color decks, however, in EDH, it's just a straight up shoot at the card that you want to cast straight now. Very good card, and absolutely love to see it. Next up we have Stasis Snare. 3 mana, 1 white for an enchantment with flash, and whenever Stasis Snare enters the battlefield, exile target creature an opponent controls until Stasis Snare leaves the battlefield. This is a really nice card to see. I absolutely love the fact that we're getting a white enchantment removal spell. I was hoping we'd get a replacement for Banishing Light, and this looks right up that end of the street. And this one is a lot more flexible in the certain fact that it comes down with flash, so allows you to immediately deal with threats at no loss of tempo. Unfortunately, this does trade the ability to deal with planeswalkers, enchantments, and artifacts in the process, so I'm not sure how playable this will be overall, especially with the double white casting cost. But I do think this will see some play. It's got gorgeous artwork in the full art that you'll get for the game day, just for attending. And it is one of the more playable attendance game day promos I've seen in a while. I'm quite excited to see this card, and hopefully I'll get to try and make it work in a Bant or Esper control deck. But it does depend on what else we see in the format. Again, the fact that it doesn't deal with planeswalkers, enchantments, or artifacts does kind of hinder it, but it can hit the the land-based creatures, so it can hit all those as well, which is quite good. And obviously, when they get rid of this, they return as a land, so win-win. Next up, we have Scythe Leopard. Sorry, mispronouncing that. A single green mana for creature cat with landfall. Whenever a land enters the battlefield at your control, Scythe's Leopard gets +1/+1 to enter turn, and it is a 1/1 as standard. Not the greatest creature I've ever seen. I think we had something similar to this in the original Zendikar in red, I believe. A red 1/1 that got +1/+1 whenever land entered the battlefield. Or it might have been a white 1/1, I'm not sure. But either way, I can see this creature seeing playing casual brews, and it is possible for it to show up in an aggro deck, though aggro decks really don't want to be hitting that many lands, so I guess it'll have to be a fetch land heavy deck that just wants to jam as much damage as quickly as possible. Again, could see play, but probably not likely to. Next up we have Desolation Twin. Desolation Twin is a 10 mana 10/10 creature Eldrazi with, whenever you cast Desolation Twin, put a 10/10 colorless Eldrazi creature token onto the battlefield. This card is, well, I think pretty cool looking. It's nice to see a big body creature that gives you something when you cast it, so you're guaranteed to get something uncountered. And if it goes uncountered, well, you get a 10/10 body as well. So you end up with 20 power over 2 bodies. And 20 toughness over 2 bodies. Which is a lot better than the traditional generic fatty. The problem with a lot of generic fatties is they're really hard to get damage through with no evasion. And a single body is relatively easy to chump block. 2 bodies, however, is a lot harder to chump block than 1 because it's a lot harder to create 2 creatures a turn than 1 creature a turn. So it's really nice to see this card as probably not a standard playable, but definitely a limited bomb all the way. Absolutely brilliant card, and definitely a first pick in limited. So I think that's all the new cards we've got today. However, there are a few other promos. We have Blight Herder as the release promo with a different artwork. Blight Herder, obviously, I think I covered before, was when you cast it, you may put 2 cards from your opponent's exile zone into their graveyards. If you do, put 3 1/1 color Eldrazi sign creature tokens onto the battlefield. They have the sacrifice, add 1 to your mana pool. And we have the top 8 game day Radiant Flames. Beautiful artwork, absolutely love it. It's a really nice card, and maybe not as playable as Languish, but I reckon this will see play eventually over the standard season. And we have the buyer box Ruinous Path. Slightly similar artwork to the other one, slightly more darker, I think. Still nice artwork on a playable card, certainly very playable and certainly very fun looking card. Then we have the Game Day playmat, the Champion playmat, which looks absolutely gorgeous with this big vampire showing, with them floating in the air of Fireball. Not quite sure what side the vampires are on this playmat, whether it's the Eldrazi or the allies, or if it's just a, hey, look, we're fighting because we're fighting and we're vampires and we want blood. Either way, this looks absolutely gorgeous. The spoilers today have been absolutely amazing. Look forward to bringing you more spoilers tomorrow. Really excited about this set now with Manlands and cool cards like Bring to Light, which shows that there's a heavy multicolored theme with Converge, which makes sense. It's a card, a mechanic that rewards you for playing multiple colors. So, yeah, really excited to see what we come tomorrow or anything else we get later tonight that I can cover in tomorrow's video. So, yes, thank you for watching, guys. If you want to see more of these spoiler videos, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. It really helps me bring out the videos. Comment whatever you want as well, how you like the video format. If you want any changes, make that known. And yes, I'll see you next time.